What you're about to see is our Mel Kiper draft grade specifically for the Dallas Cowboys. The NFL draft is over. Long live the NFL draft, because the 2024 one will be here before you know it. We will have more coverage for you guys here on our NFL Draft YouTube channel, so make sure you are subscribed. Welcome into the Cowboys Report, made possible today by Manscaped. 20% off and free shipping on all of Manscaped's top-of-the-line men's grooming products when you use promo code Cowboys at manscaped.com. From the beard hedger to the lawnmower 4.0. Tell you all about them later on in today's show as we break down Mel Kiper's draft grades for the Dallas Cowboys. Kiper is graded all 32 NFL teams' drafts, and he appeared to like what the Cowboys did. Emphasis on appeared, and I will explain why later on in today's show. Mel viewed the Cowboys' needs as tight end, running back, wide receiver, DT, kicker. He said there wasn't much flash this year, which is anti-Jerry Jones, although that is a myth. We should know that by now. I think he just not that many skill guys this year out of Mel Kiper. It was a B grade, which is fine. That's not necessarily a disastrous grade. That's good, right? On Mel's scale, as we'll get into at the end of today's video, I'm not so sure. Mel broke down the first round pick, the day 2, day 3, so we'll show you guys what Mel Kiper had to say. He says, in round 1, the Cowboys went in a different direction beyond the tight end, running back, wide receiver stuff, and I have no qualms about it. Mazi Smith is the best run-stuffing defensive tackle in this class, a 323-pounder who will instantly improve their run defense. Their D-line, too often last season, was blown up at line of scrimmage, so adding an anchor like Smith will help the entire front seven. Look at the other NFC East teams. Dallas needed to beef up to stop the run. It's very similar to the pitch that Will McClay made in order to get Mazi Smith as the Cowboys selection in round 1. If you believe what Dallas had to say about Mazi Smith, the claim was that they had him 13th or 14th on their board. I don't know if that was actually true, because the Cowboys, I think they kind of lied about where Tyler Smith was last year. But if it is true, it means their process worked. They took the best player, or at least one of the best players, at a position of need on their board. So I won't be too upset from that perspective there as it relates to Mazi Smith. I was fine with the pick. I mean, how long have I stand fatties only in the past? And the Cowboys got the fatty. He was 40th on my board, second round grade. I had better guys, Brian Branch, Joey Porter Jr., etc., Michael Mayer, but hey, it's not a significant reach right there. And I do think Mel's right. Stopping the run overall really did appear to be a priority for the Dallas Cowboys, and running the football as well with some of the other picks they made here. So we'll break down what else Mel had to say, but you guys can take advantage right now and go to the comments and grade the Cowboys draft class yourself. A, B, C, D, or F. It's the pinned comment on today's show. One last chance to grade Dallas's draft class this year. Let's go to Luke Schoonmaker and DeMarvion Overshown here a little bit as well. He said, I would have taken other tight ends over Luke Schoonmaker, 58th overall, but he does have intriguing traits. Tucker Kraft and Brenton Strange are available and higher on my board. I'll make a note here. I had Kraft higher, not Brenton Strange. So disagree with Mel on that one. Schoonmaker will turn 25 as a rookie, so the question is about how much more room he has to develop. We'll also mention DeMarvion Overshown here, then go more in depth after we go back to Schoonmaker. Mel says Overshown is one of analyst Louis Riddick's favorites in this class. He can be impressive as a blitzer. We'll come back to Overshown, but Schoonmaker was more of the controversial one from that perspective. He is a good route runner with a good feel for soft spot and zone coverage. He was asked to block a lot at Michigan. That's an inline tight end role in the end. He's a fantastic. He's a much better athlete than anyone on this Cowboys roster. Honestly, this is one of the better athletes at tight end this season. That's how impactful of an athlete he is. The age is the big red flag there I have as it relates to Luke Schoonmaker. Now, today's show, like we mentioned, is made possible by Manscaped. 20% off and free shipping when you use promo code Cowboys at Manscaped. The Cowboys got it tight. And if you want it tight, make sure you're using Manscaped's products. The perfect package is on sale when you use promo code Cowboys at manscaped.com. The Lawnmower 4.0, the ball toner, ball deodorant, and the most comfortable boxers known to mankind. Manscaped.com. Use promo code Cowboys. That link is in the comment section and the description of today's show. Go check it out. If you want to have some success off the field, you should be using Manscaped. That's manscaped.com, promo code Cowboys. A big thank you to Manscaped for helping sponsor so much of our NFL draft coverage here at Chat Sports and, of course, on the Dallas Cowboys Report. Let's briefly just go over DeMarvion Overshown here. That is producer Jeremy's favorite player, by the way. Overshown, I'm very curious what role he ends up playing. I think as a blitzer, there's talent there. He's a former safety, transferred to linebacker, did some edge stuff as well. Maybe the Cowboys give him some blitzing roles. I would say maybe third downs is where you see Overshown the most this upcoming season. So I'm excited to see the role. He's got the range. There are moments that the awareness isn't always there, but he was much better last year. He took a significant step forward in that area. I like Overshown. At linebacker, I'm going to put him in as linebacker 3 right now. The hashtag Cox out movement might not be, it might be more like the free and I movement, where we didn't literally mean out as in not playing, but that's kind of where we're at for this stage. So I'm curious what happens on that front. We have broken down so much draft stuff of late. We have our UDFA signings video that we broke that down Sunday morning. Draft grades went out Saturday night. If you missed either of those videos, the link will be in the comment section and in the description of today's show. So make sure you guys are subscribed. If you're not already, free videos every single day. YouTube.com/@CowboysTV. Mel went fairly brief on the day 3 picks. He didn't talk about all the ones that the Cowboys made. He mentioned Viliami Fehoko and Deuce Vaughn. Edge rusher Viliami Fehoko, 129 overall, that's what the number in parentheses means. Had 23 sacks the past 3 years. I had him as a potential sleeper in December. Running back Deuce Vaughn is a great player in a 5'5" package. I'd love to see him succeed in Dallas, where his dad is a scout. I am very curious what role Fehoko ends up getting for the Cowboys. He's talked about adding some weight so he can do some inside stuff. The Cowboys talked to him about that. It could be kind of your Tyrone Crawford type of role. Some edge, some defensive line. I think he can do a little bit of both, especially if he adds some weight. And I think his athletic profile actually does translate pretty darn well to being an interior defensive lineman from that perspective. So kind of like Chauncey Golston. Let me see what Fehoko does. And I love the Deuce Vaughn pick. He was 138 overall on my board. That was the most exciting move that the Cowboys made. Not the best move, but we got the small running back in the end. I was very happy to get Deuce Vaughn in Dallas. I think he's going to be not a superstar, obviously. But I think he'll be a good player for the Dallas Cowboys. Who was your favorite draft pick? Not best, just favorite. What draft pick were you most excited about doing? You can still go Mazi Smith if you want, but any of the Cowboys draft selections, who was your favorite one? Let me know in the comments section. So to wrap up his grades, here's what Mel Kiper had to say about the Cowboys draft. There's not much flash in this class, which is not usually how team owner Jerry Jones does things. Myth. But I can't knock many of these selections. Dallas did well. Now, I will make note, and I'm going to call Mel Kiper a coward here. He only gave out Bs, basically. The lowest draft grade he gave was a B-, which I argue is the coward's way out. Mel, you spend all year doing draft stuff. You really think that everyone did well? We know that's not how it works. Like, you gave the Niners a B, who had 2 top 100 picks, and used one of them on a kicker? Come on. That doesn't make any sense. I did not do that low of coward way out grades like Mel did there. So Cowboys get a B, but does that really matter? Because if everyone gets a B, what's the real grade? So Mel was on board with the Cowboys draft class, but if you're on board with everybody, Are you really making any choices in the end? I'm not so sure. Remember, folks, to grade the Mel Kiper draft in the comments section.